The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game has over 10,000 unique cards for players to collect, trade, and construct their own personal decks. But what would happen if players only had access to the bare minimum? In this series, both TheRJB0 and myself will each open a very select amount of sealed product. Once we open that product, we must build a deck using only those specific cards pulled, that's it. And at the end of each episode, we discard the entirety of our pulls to the graveyard and start from scratch with a new product. Every card counts. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Showdown. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we finally did it. Welcome to 5Ds and the Synchro era for Yu-Gi-Oh! For Sealed Showdown. This is exciting. We haven't had a lot of extra deck action going on in this series, apart from like Flower Wolf and the like. So having some actual good extra deck monsters to go into, it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, we need to pull them, but that's the whole point of Sealed Showdown. So 24 packs of the Duelist Genesis. Let's see what we get in pack number 1. And this pack starting off, it's not too bad. Jute Fighter and Dr. Cranium are like, okay. Jute Fighter, once per turn, you can just change a monster from attack to defense. That's relevant because some monsters have lower defense. You can actually hit over them. And Dr. Cranium, I think Psychics are probably the name of the game this set. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to grave, you basically just add a Psychic type monster from deck to hand. So that means you get to search your deck for anything you want. This pack has some interesting cards. Battle Tuned is kind of neat because you can banish a tuner to target a face-up monster and give it attack equal to the removed monster. It doesn't say till the end of the turn either, so this is possibly a little bit of a battle trick. Overworked might be very relevant because there is a card that can continuously give psychic monsters attack, and so this sort of becomes a board wipe for that. Oystermeister is neat. It's a decent stat line and gives you another body. And Shield Warrior, in the grave, you can banish it so that monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. While its stats may not be the best, this could allow you to set up for some other plays. Speaking of which, there's the exact card we're talking about. Size Station's continuous spell that you pay 500 life points when you normal summon a psychic type, and the monster gets in level and 300 extra attack, which means a card like Psychic Snail, for instance, is then able to become 2200 and is quite massive. We also have stuff like Turbo Booster. This card, if you have a normal summon monster, you can special summon it. You contribute it to pop a monster that battled this turn. Mind Master is completely broken, but I don't know how good it is in Sealed. And then Ghost Gardna is just a 1900 defender that has like a slight upside. So, I mean, there's a lot of selection to pick from in this set.
It's here, folks. I am not lying when I say I booted my home computer while I was at work and plugged everything in because I have been so excited all day to get off work and draft this set. 5Ds is here. And if there's a series that I feel nostalgia for, it is this one. If there is a box that I feel nostalgia for, it is the Duelist Genesis box. I bought a box of the Duelist Genesis with a few friends back at the end of high school, and we opened this up as part of a huge celebratory sleepover party one night, and it was one of the most fun experiences of my life. I cannot wait to get into this set. 5D starts off with a bang because this set is full of amazingly good playable cards, and let's just hope that I pull a synchro along with them. Let's get into it. Handcuffs Dragon is an almost playable card. Ghost Gardna is pretty good as a 1900 defender. Kunoichi is an 1800 attacker with kind of an upside. Mind Protector is a big booty that we may play because it's easy synchro material and is also just large. And Dr. Cranium is basically a battle searcher. It's kind of like a bad Sangan. Psychic Overload is an interesting one. There are a lot of psychics in this set. In fact, they are going to be our main archetype this time around. And so having a Pot of Avarice for psychics is not terrible. Although it's not the bomb that we could get in the ultra rare slot, it's not a terrible one. Krebens and Psychic Commander and another Dr. Cranium are also good pairings to go with it, alongside a copy of Overworked, which is a card I fully expect to be live most of this match. Counselor Lily is not exactly the super rare we're looking for, but it's a level 3 tuner. If we see a synchro, that could be pretty good. Defense Draw is a pretty solid rare rare, though, protecting us for a turn from damage or from one battle and getting us a draw, basically like an interesting upstart goblin. And Genis is another very large monster.
Some interesting cards in this pack. Kunoichi is just an 1800 body for all intents and purposes. Fish Depth Charge is technically removal if we have any like fish we want to play. That could pair nicely with our Oystermeister, actually. Remote Revenge is a way to like redirect destruction abilities. And the Tricky is a very fascinating rare because it's a 2000 monster that you can special summon by pitching a card out of your hand. 2000 is quite large, so that may be worth playing. Man, the more I read some of these cards, the more excited that I get. Destructotron is crazy. I mean, you could pay 1,000 life points just to pop a spell or trap your opponent controls. 1600 attack, which goes to 1900 with the Psy Station. And then Telepathic Power is like basically Sakuretsu armor. When a psychic type monster you control is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster, target the opponent's monster, destroy it, and if you do, gain life points equal to the destroyed monster's attack. I hope we get a playset of this, because that's great. Well, there we go, another telepathic power, and there is the selection. This card is quite good. Pay 1,000 life points to negate the summon of a monster that has the same type as a monster on the field and destroy it. That doesn't say that you control, it's just on the field, period. That's a great card. Telekinetic Shocker is not bad, 1700 base stats, and if a psychic monster on the field will be destroyed, you pay 500 life points to destroy this card instead. That gets to 2k with the continuous spell. And then Dark Resonator is just a tuner that can survive battle once, and if we get some of the synchros, this will come in handy.
Big Piece Golem is a great rare. It's kind of like Cyber Dragon. It's normal summonable if your opponent has monsters and you don't, and it's pretty good for prepping for synchro material. I really should stop saying that. I'm just jinxing myself out of getting synchros. Another Krebens is great, though. Okay, not a lot to talk about in this particular pack, except Psy Station is a really good continuous spell card that is going to be the source of the psychic strategy this time around. Mind Over Matter is a very good counter trap card. You tribute a psychic, and it's an Omni Negate. Jute Fighter is potentially a good one. It's kind of like a really bad Book of Moon. Psy Station is I'm glad to have another copy of that. Another Handcuffs Dragon, not what we're looking for, but Book of Eclipse is going to be a really important card if Alex pulls a Synchro. Because this is a very good card for guaranteeing we can get over a Synchro monster. Another Ghost Gardener is pretty good. Telekinetic Shocker also isn't bad. And Mecha Bunny is like the world's weirdest giant germ. Mind Master is pretty solid, a good psychic tuner. There's my first Psychic Snail. I'm hoping to get a playset of this card. Extremely strong, can give another monster a double attack for a turn at the cost of its own attack, but it's also just 1900, with which Psychic Station makes very large. Another Genis is pretty good. Fish Depth Charge is live in this set, but I think probably not good enough. Sure, a Fiendish Engine Omega. It is a 2800 attacker. Book of Eclipse is strong, and so is Krebens. That is my full playset of Krebens, as well as my second Psychic Snail. Destructotron is actual live spell and trap removal in this set, which is pretty cool.
Maiden of Macabre. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Each time this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, place one spell counter on it. This card gains 200 attack for each spell counter on it. So this is okay. The problem is a lot of the psychics are just going to be bigger than this, but if we can get some hits in on some low attack or low defense monsters, then this could actually be bigger than them. This one's actually quite interesting. Space Gate is a continuous trap that says each time a monster your opponent controls attacks or is attacked, place a gate counter on this at the end of the damage step. During your main phase, you can send this card to the graveyard, special summon one monster from your hand whose level is less than or equal to the number of gate counters on this card. I'm not sure if there's a ton of spell and trap removal aside from like Destructotron, but this is a neat little card for sealed. Oh, and there's our first big synchro of the set. Go Yo Guardian. Honestly, this may be the best one. 2800 attack. It steals the monsters as well. Like, what more could you even ask for out of a pack like this? That is a huge pull. Remember, this is generic. This is the post-errata version of it. We're playing pre-errata, baby. Get that out of here. I also don't want to omit Book of Eclipse, because this is also a nice removal card. In sealed, it's a bit iffy because card advantage is pretty important, but the fact that we could stop synchros with this is a really big deal.
Yo, I got a synchro, and one of my favorites ever. I have an ulti first ed sitting in my binder that took me to a deep run at Nationals one year. I have a lot. I love this card so much. I'm so excited to be seeing it. Power Filter as a super rare. What the? Dark Resonator is another very good tuner. Another Kunoichi isn't bad. This is my first copy of Telepathic Power. This is a card I am hoping to get a playset of. It's basically like a better Michizure if you're running psychics. If your psychic monster is run over by battle, you can destroy the monster that destroyed it and then gain that monster's attack points. I've also got my playset of Psy Station now, which is awesome, as well as the Mecha Bunnies. A Sinister Sprocket is a tuner. All right, we're halfway through. There are a couple of things I'm still looking for. I haven't seen a single copy of Battle Tuned, which is probably hands down the best card of the set. I've seen one Telepathic Power. I'm hoping to get more copies of that. And I've seen 2 Psychic Snails so far. The Selection is a great counter trap card. That's a very good one. It is kind of solemn-ish, kind of forced back. It's pretty good. Another Psy Station is deeply unnecessary. The Tricky is really good. This card is going to be very good for putting our Thought Ruler on the board. If Thought Ruler is the game plan, the Tricky is the captain of the game plan. Another Handcuffs Dragon, and again, not the rare we're looking for. We're at a playset of Book of Eclipse, which is pretty good for getting over the big monsters in the set.
Wow, and the hits just keep coming. So there's another Psy Station, Mind Over Matter and Broken Blocker. Mind Over Matter just allows you to tribute a Psychic to negate the summon of a monster or a spell and trap being activated, which is big. And then Broken Blocker, when a monster whose defense is higher than its attack is destroyed by battle, special summon up to 2 monsters with the same name as that monster from your deck in face-up defense position. This allows us to just swarm the field potentially. I'm not sure if there's a good use for this card, but the fact that we can potentially just get 2 monsters for free is huge. Defense Draw is a nice little rare. This allows us to just negate battle damage and draw a card, so it just replaces itself, but it's only 1 attack. It's not like Threatening Roar. This is actually a decent rare in Grapple Blocker, namely because it has 2,000 defense, but also its effect is okay. When it's normal summon, select a monster your opponent controls, can't attack or be tributed. You have to pay 500 or destroy this card, but just having a 2k defender with some potential upside is good enough. Graceful Revival. This says target a level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon in attack position, and it's basically Call of the Haunted. That's pretty good. That allows us to go into Goyo Guardian a little bit easier just because it will enable us to have multiple summons in a turn. And with Krebons, I think that may be one of our first few copies of this card. That is actually a nice little interaction.
Yo, there's a pretty good holo. Unstable Evolution is like a weird nerfed Megamorph and a Battle Tuned. This is our first Battle Tuned. I really hope to get the full playset. So generally amazing pack, and I think I now have a playset of Psychic Commander too, which is great. Again, now we're 2/3 of the way through. I would like to see 2 more Battle Tuned and 2 more whatever the Psychic Trap card. Want to see 2 more of that. There's another Battle Tuned. Awesome. I at least have 2, which I'm very, very happy with. Yamato no Kami is not an awful spirit. If we get a couple more copies of this and maybe a couple of Izanamis, there's a chance we will play this card. It does have synergy with one of the equip spells in this set, which keeps it on the board, and with 2200 attack, that may be good enough. Another Battle Tuned. Okay, so I'm at my full playset of Battle Tuned. That's very good. There's another Mind Over Matter, not the trap card we're really hoping to see here, but it's a pretty decent one, and another Ghost Gardna is pretty decent. Intercept, that's a weird one. If your opponent tribute summons a monster, you can steal it. There's also an Izanami, which works towards our Yamato no Kami, but overall, not much in this pack that I intend to run. It just occurred to me, have I only seen 2 Psychic Snails this time around? There are just a couple of commons that we're after now. We see one of them. The Selection is a rare, and it's a good one, and I'll take it. And Psychic Snail is exactly the common I was looking for. I now have a playset of that. Now I really would like to see just 1 more copy of the Psychic Battle Trap. There were a lot of trap cards, but they were not the ones I am looking for. Ooh, my back rows are looking a little bit stinky, but a Thought Ruler Archfiend as a payoff seems pretty decent anyway. Let's throw this into Dueling Book and see what we can come up with.
All right, you guys, only a few packs left. Unfortunately, we only have a single Goyo Guardian, but luckily we have a Goyo Guardian. And if we get any more synchros, that's just all upside from here on out. Let's see what we get. Sinister Sprocket's a neat one, but I don't think we have. I think you specifically have to summon a Dark Synchro off of this. Oh, yeah, Dark Synchro monster, yeah. So I don't think we're going to be using that, but it's still a nice pickup to have. If we get like Red Dragon Archfiend here, that'd be good. I think that's our second Herald, but unfortunately, I think fairies are probably not going to happen. Last pack. 3rd Herald, of course. All right, well, overall, I think we got everything we could have wanted. I would have liked more synchros, but honestly, the fact we have a synchro is good enough because we can just build our entire deck around it. Let's get into it.
Well, folks, 5Ds is here, which means we have to be synchro summoning today, and I plan not to disappoint. Not only did I get a synchro monster, but I got arguably the best synchro monster in the set in Thought Ruler Archfiend. There is an argument that Go-Yo Guardian is better because it has 100 higher attack points and it's easier to summon and it has an innately more powerful effect, but Thought Ruler Archfiend is just an asshole on the board. He's very, very difficult to get over, and therefore I am using that advantage to its fullest in this deck. We start off with 3 level 5s, 2 Big Piece Golem and 1 the Tricky. A 5 plus a 3 makes Thought Ruler Archfiend at a 2-for-1, which is probably worthwhile in and of itself, so I am running the triple Psychic Commander to go with it. Psychic Commander can be searched off of Dr. Cranium, which I have 3 of. Also, a 3 plus a 1 plus a 4 does make an 8. Next, we have double Crabons, well, triple Crabons, because it's the best tuner in the set. Crabons can just sit on its ass for a very long time and accomplish nothing except to buy you time. By a similar note, Mind Protector does very similar things, but generally in synchro decks, the non-tuners are more important than the tuners. In this case, a Mind Protector is important because it is a 3, and 3 plus 2 plus 3 is arguably the easiest combination to get in this deck for levels that get you to Thought Ruler. Next, we have triple Psychic Snail, the biggest psychic in the set. Next, we have double Destructotron. There is one card in the world that automatically bones Thought Ruler Archfiend, and that card is the Selection. The Selection being on the field with a Psychic means that Thought Ruler Archfiend is almost never going to hit the board. Now, there are a couple of ways that I can get around that. Number one, I can try to bait out the Selection. The other thing that I can do, however, is I can summon Destructotron. I can pay a bunch of life points, I can clear the board, and if I have Destructotron, a 3 and a 1, I am off to the races. Next, we have one Mind Master. Mind Master is pretty good as far as combinations for levels go, and has the potential to turn any 2 other psychic monsters into exactly the levels that we need for Thought Ruler. Then finally, we have triple Mecha Bunny. Mecha Bunny is a fairly durable level 2, which is very important because a 2 and a 2 and a 4 makes Thought Ruler, and a 3 and a 2 and a 3 makes Thought Ruler as well. Next are spell cards. Triple Battle Tune, probably the best card in the set. Double Book of Eclipse, it deals with all the synchros and is a way for us to win the board in many game states. Double Psi Station, I may side out of one of these, I may side into one. I think 2 is the way to go because I think Overworked is going to be a really important card in this set, and so I don't want to play into it too heavily, but I do want to see copies of this card. Next, we have one Unstable Evolution. This is a way to proc our own Overworked by equipping it to an opponent's monster, or we can just actually, that doesn't work because it's original attack. Huh. Anyway, it can make your opponent's monster stinky, and that's good enough for me. One Graceful Revival, this lets me bring back more levels. One Mind Over Matter, there are a lot of monsters in here that kind of suck unless I can get a conversion. This helps me keep Alex off of synchros. Double Overworked, I think this is the best trap in the set. One Psychic Overlord to bring back our psychic monsters, including potentially putting back a Thought Ruler that manages to get killed. One Telepathic Power, God, I wish I got 3 of this card. Double the Selection, this will be my replacement. Our side deck is about it's about marginal changes. I want to make sure that my side deck is versatile enough to deal with the particular cards that Alex could go for. One more Mind Over Matter allows me to wait for bigger boards if the games are going slow in order for me to make Thought Ruler and have protection against the Selection. One more Overworked in case Alex is going really heavy on Psi Station. Also, if I'm seeing Psi Station, Overworked can actually be proactive because I can just grant Alex's Psychic's attack. Next, we have one Defense Draw, one Book of Eclipse for dealing with more synchros, one Turbo Booster. This is both a 1 for levels, and it's a way of getting rid of things like maybe a Go-Yo Guardian or a Red Dragon Archfiend. One Dark Resonator to have another 3, and because it stalls, double Telekinetic Shocker, and one more Psi Station in order to increase our Psychic lineups if we want to use Psychics to be a greater threat without having to commit to a Thought Ruler. And finally, the absolute cheese strategy of the set, triple Genis Lightsworn Mender and triple Lightsworn Barrier. If Alex doesn't have an easy way to remove this, this is a really cool burn strat that's also life gain and also stall, and could get us into the levels we need for Thought Ruler while also potentially providing a threat in and of itself. I'm not sure if this strategy is good, but I am going to be looking out for game states in which I'd like to see this. This is the deck. I really hope to summon the boy. Let's get into 5Ds.
Well, this was about what I expected out of the Duelist Genesis. Thankfully, we actually pulled a synchro because I think that's going to be a huge difference maker in who actually wins this episode. If you go into this episode without any synchro monster, you're going to be at a severe disadvantage because you don't just have a giant bomb you can drop at any moment. And thankfully, we probably got the best one in Goyo Guardian. So we are playing Psychic Turbo. I don't know what to call this deck, but this deck actually is pretty neat because there's a lot of cards that just synergize well together. I really wish Konami made more sets like this. It's not often core sets have so many synergistic cards within the actual set, but that's Yu-Gi-Oh for you, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and do the card by card. So primarily the reason we're going with Psychics is because A, they're like the best cards in the set, but B, this card right here, Psy Station. Continuous spell. At any time you normal summon a Psychic monster, you can pay 500 life points, increase its level by 1, and attack by 300. This is great because this allows you to then just make your Psychics very large, but also makes it a little bit easier to summon some synchros as well. But putting Psychic Snail to 22 or something like Telekinetic Shocker to 2000 is just massive, and this is going to make a big difference in our deck. 3 Destructotron, another Psychic we can boost up to 19, but we can pay 1,000 life points to actually pop back row, which matters in the instance of cards like Overworked, or more importantly, Telepathic Power. Overworked could just be chained in all honesty, so it's probably not as good, but even something like the Selection as well. Just getting rid of these cards early is pretty nice. 3 Dr. Cranium on Destruction of Battle allows us to search for any Psychic type monster and add it to our hand, which is fantastic. That means we can get a tuner if we have to, or a non-tuner respectively. 3 Ghost Gardener. This is just a 1900 defender, but it's kind of an annoying card to deal with. My theory is Goyo Guardian's a level 6, so having defenders like this and Grapple Blocker, if I have one of these, I can just normal Krebons, and then we make Goyo Guardian, and we are set. Then we have 2 copies of Oystermeister. Very interesting card. The only reason we're playing this is because we have Fish Depth Charge. This is a removal card that says tribute a fish monster, target a card on the field, destroy that target, and if you do, draw 1 card. So this is a way to actually out some of the larger synchros or just more problematic cards in the environment, and so I figure having this as a 2-2 ratio is fine. It just gives me more removal to play with. We have 2 Psychic Commander. This can actually boost itself to be quite large, or other Psychics for that matter, but it's also a tuner, so it could come up. We have 3 Psychic Snail. This, for all intents and purposes, gets to 2200, but also you can pay 100 to target another Psychic, and that monster can attack twice each battle phase, which is kind of crazy. That means you can actually end games very quickly. And 3 Telekinetic Shocker, which can actually be destroyed in place of another Psychic by paying 500 life points. Then for the spells, 3 Battle Tune. This allows you at quick effect speed, because it's a quick play, to banish a tuner and give that monster attack equal to the target that you banish. So we could give something 1200 attack out of nowhere with Krebons, and that is pretty nice. We have Book of Eclipse. This is a very iffy card, only pulled 1 of it, but being able to stop Robert from going to a synchro play I think is very huge. 3 Psy Station rounds out the spells, and then the traps, the 2 aforementioned Fish Depth Charge. Graceful Revival just brings back a level 2, so we can bring back Krebons to go into Goyo. 3 Overworked. I think Psy Station's probably the meta, so Overworked will actually kill everything Robert has, so it can be one-sided if we're behind. 3 Telepathic Power. This is basically Sakuretsu armor, but it gains you life points, which is insane. And then Selection is also just another form of removal, although it's a little bit more limited because it has to be on summon, where this is on attack and a Psychic type monster specifically being destroyed, so a bit more conditional, just a different type of removal. That's it though, 41 cards. The side deck is just everything that really didn't make the main deck. So we have a Dark Resonator. It's another tuner. My 3s don't really line up too well to make Goyo. Like, the problem is Dark Resonator and like Oystermeister are the only way I can do that, so with only 2 Oystermeister, I figure that's not too great. We are siding a 3rd one though. Then we have 3 Kunoichi. This card's just an 1800. That's really all it does. 1 Maiden of Macabre, just another monster that can be quite big. Mind Master's in the side. I don't really know what I would use this for, in all honesty. Like, we're not playing FDK or anything, but there isn't even like a way to use this to make Goyo Guardian, so I don't know. I don't think this card's actually that good, at least in sealed. Then 2 Shield Warrior just to protect our guys. 2 Tricky if we want some bigger bodies. And then 1 Defense Straw and 2 copies of Mind Over Matter. I think I'm going to side deck this in depending on the way the games go, but I'd rather have this when I know I'm going first, because that way I can establish Psychic, and this card is online. So guys, I can't wait to see what Robert got. Maybe he got some cool synchros to show off as well. I hope his luck is as usual, because if that's the case, we are going to win this one easy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel.
Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds! Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds! Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds! Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds!
Oh my god, Robert, you and I are ecstatic for 5D. We have been waiting to synchro summon for I don't know how many months now, and this is going to get crazy. Duelist Genesis right off the bat. This set is nuts.
It's got some crazy cards, and more importantly, it's got crazy gameplay. There are like good removal cards available. There's like back and forth. There are real considerations, and there are going to be a lot of sets for the foreseeable future where that is the case. 5Ds is an entirely different beast from GX.
I know, especially just coming in the aftermath of GX. Like, this is a completely different game, and I am so excited that we finally get to explore this. And who knows? We'll have to see what happens. I mean, maybe it's shit. Like, we have no idea, but I can't wait. We shall see. Let's get into it, buddy. Shout out the patron. It's Darius Dogvila. Thank you for the support. Okay.
Oh, we're doing it again. All right. Okay.
Come on, Darius. Come on, Darius.
Yes!
Darius, buddy. All right. It's fine. It's fine. I knew you were going to auto-click that going, uh-oh, you have a synchro monster. The question now becomes...
So do you. Unless you have a multiple-piece golem. One of us could have a multiple-piece golem. Okay.
That is very true. I should not discount the almighty multiple-piece golem.
No, you shouldn't. Let us normal summon a psychic snail.
He's big.
And we will set 3... And we will pass.
Oh my god. Fucking 3 back row. All right, we'll draw. Main 1. There's a few things that I could do as well, but I'm also scared to do anything in the face of 3 back row.
It's a lot of back row.
Indeed it is. I figure there's no time like the present to do this. So let's start by activating Size Station.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
This card is nuts, and we're about to see why. I will normal summon Psychic Commander.
That's
trigger
a
Size Station.
Good card. All right.
So my Psychic Commander is now level 4 and he is a 1700 attack point monster, which will not matter when I go to battle and try to attack.
It will matter because I'm going to activate Overworked.
Man on Overworked in the main deck. He is down. I've got a back row in main 2, and I'll throw it to you.
All right, let's draw for turn. Oh, let's go to battle phase. I will attack directly, get my sweet 1900 in. I will set a monster, and I will pass my turn.
Could be potentially a Dr. Cranium or something in the midst. We will have to find out. We will run out a Psychic Snail trigger Size Station.
That's all you, boo.
Okay, we'll go to 22. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Deciding on declaration.
You have another Overworked?
I have something in the mix. Let's Book of Eclipse here.
Interesting. Sure. So Snail gets set. Second main, I'll set 1. End phase flips up, I draw a card. Yeah.
And this is you do draw a card. And this does set my Psychic Snail. I'll draw for turn. Flip summon Psychic Snail. Do you have a response to the flip summon?
I do not.
Okay, I will normal summon Psychic Commander.
Okay.
Let's go to battle. I will attack into your Psychic Snail.
Snail down.
And I will attack directly.
Take 19.
Your go.
Life points are going quick. I'll draw. Main 1, let's Psychic Snail number 2.
Holy shit, I think it does exactly what I want it to do. I will Mind Over Matter, tributing my Dr. Cranium.
Yep, that will negate my summon. I don't think I have a response to that. All right, that was a fast game.
Woo!
Well, wasn't expecting to lose in about 2 minutes. I guess that's how it goes. I honestly don't even know what I could have done differently, especially once you stuck Psychic Commander. It made it like almost impossible for me to like come back in that one. So
for sure.
We'll go first this time. Hopefully this makes a bit of difference. So we will go to main phase 1. Wish you the best of luck, and I will set 1, 2, 3, and throw it to you.
Okay, draw for turn. So there is a card that could be in your back row. And if it is in your back row, this play may very well lose me the game.
I'm down.
However, if it is not in your back row, there is a good chance I am basically guaranteed to win this game.
Wow.
Let's try for it. We're going to declare the Tricky. And I am going to special summon the Tricky. Are you okay with this?
I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm intrigued. I will allow it.
Let's go to battle here.
Okay.
I'm going to attack into your face down monster.
It is grapple blocker.
Okay. And as a dude with a lot of defense. Main phase 2. Set 2. And I will normal summon Krebens. And I will pass.
I'll draw. Go to main 1. I will activate Psi Station.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I will normal summon Destructotron.
I will use the selection.
Pay your 1,000, sir.
I will pay my 1,000.
Well, we tried, I guess. I will set another back row. End phase, I have to pay 500 for this stupid grapple blocker. Go ahead.
That's true. Draw for turn. Set a back row. Why is grapple blocker's booty got a big, big? It's a big, big booty.
He's been hitting the gym. That's why.
True. I will
that
pass
grappling.
turn.
All right, we'll draw. I'll normal Oystermeister.
Am I about to get hit with a fish depth charge?
Is that fine?
The normal summon is fine.
All right, let's hit into your Krebens.
I'll pay 8.
All part of the plan.
I'm sure it
pass.
is.
I'll pay 5.
Draw for turn. Again, if this works, I probably win the game. And you have to have a very particular set of cards in order to out it. So we are going to normal summon Psychic Commander.
Yikes, that's pretty good. Sure.
Okay, I'm going to Synchro Summon.
Fucking Stardust.
Are you ready for the first Synchro monster of the match, Alex? The first Synchro monster of 5Ds. Dueling Book is apparently not ready for it. And it shouldn't be, because the first Synchro monster of 5Ds is probably the best one in the set. Thought Ruler Archfiend.
Ooh, fuck. That's pretty good. I have Mind Over Matter, but I imagine you have one as well.
I also have Mind Over Matter.
Yup. Okay, so that's all gone.
Let's go to battle phase. I will attack into Oystermeister.
Okay, so I will take 11, and I will get my little token.
And I will gain 1,600.
That is correct.
Your go. I went
Don't know
mega
how I'm outing
minus for
this.
that, but this card is possibly the best monster in the set.
For sealed, anyway.
Yeah, for sealed at least.
Just because it is fucking gigantic and has built-in protection as well. This is not good. I'll pass.
Okay, draw for turn. An interesting one to be sure. I'm kind of tempted to just start getting in. Activate the win condition. Yeah, let's do it. I'll normal summon a Dr. Cranium.
Sure, why not?
Battle phase, I'll attack with Cranium.
Okay.
And then I'll attack directly with Thought Ruler.
Gonna get domed for 27, sure.
Your go.
Draw. This is actually insane. I have no fucking clue how I'm gonna out this. And I'm
Thought
just, like,
Ruler
basically
is
dead next turn.
extremely strong. I looked at this card and I looked at the set and I was like, you basically have to out it when it is summoned.
There's ways I can kill it. I just don't have the means to do so. And I honestly don't think I will in time because I have 3,200 life points. I suppose I am not dead. I will be very close though. I will set one and I will set another one and throw it to you.
Okay. Draw for turn. We might as well just like go in, right? We might as well. I am going to attack in with Thought Ruler. See what you got.
Psychic Snail.
I will gain 1,900.
Yes, you will.
Main phase 2, I'm going to put Dr. Cranium sideways. I think the 32 turn clock probably isn't worth it. And I will set a monster and pass.
How unfortunate. Main 1. That's actually quite funny.
I'm here for funny.
I'm not in a position where I can really afford to be conservative, so I'm just going to go all in. I will activate another Psi Station.
Oh boy.
I will
Beeftacular.
normal summon Grapple Blocker.
Grapple Blocker is going to get beefy.
So he will go to 18.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay 1,000. Grapple Blocker effect, target Thought Ruler.
That is very funny because I just can't do anything with it right now. Yeah, that's acceptable. It's just a dude.
It's a dude. I mean, it's something, right? Battle. Problem is, I don't really have much recourse here. I'll try and hit the set, I guess.
Yeah, let's go Mecha Bunny. I'll target your grapple blocker.
So I take 5.
Yeah.
That's all this does? Okay.
And then it summons another Mecha Bunny.
Sure. I'll just be going to end phase, and I'll pay another 5 for grapple blocker.
Okay. Draw for turn. I will set a monster. I will set a back row. And it is your turn.
All right. We're probably fucked. I'm probably going to lose this game. However,
okay.
I can at least say that I took down Thought Ruler Archfiend by normal summoning Psychic Commander.
Okay, that is fine. Oh,
wait, he's not big enough. He can't do it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I was thinking it was Psychic Snail because I was like, oh yeah, I'm only a few hundred off with Psychic Snail, and this is not Psychic Snail.
No.
So, well, it was funny in the very least. I'll go
funny.
to battle.
Okay.
Let's go. Well, I know one's bunny, so I don't want to hit that. I'll hit into the new one.
It is another bunny.
Excellent. All right, so I'll take 500 regardless. So I'm going to just die at this rate. End phase. You know what? No, I might as well just kill myself, right? Because you could just flip Mecha Bunny and attack me. So I'm just going to hit into the final Mecha Bunny and die on my own turn.
It is indeed the final Mecha Bunny.
God damn it, dude. That wasn't even close.
Oh.
So I had Battle Tune, but I didn't have a tuner until I got to Psychic Commander, which was way too late. And then I had Telepathic Power, which doesn't work on fucking Thought Ruler.
Buddy, you want to know
the
cruelest irony of Battle Tuned?
What is that?
If you use it on a psychic monster, I can negate with Thought Ruler.
Oh, because it's any psychic.
It's psychic.
Not yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
my
why
God.
Thought Ruler is easily the best card in the Duelist Den.
Wow. That's insane.
Holy
That's
shit.
So
Would you like a game 3?
Sure. These are pretty quick. Let's do it.
All right.
Well, at the very least, I would at least like to show off my synchro, because I think that would be fun to see, but I'm not, based off how those first 2 games went, I'm not expecting to do anything.
I'll look forward to it. I got the best going first hand game 1 and the best going second hand game 2. So
excellent.
There's a good chance my deck does not work nearly as well game 3 as it did the first 2.
I guess we'll find out. Go ahead and pick that rock, buddy. We can draw up here. If I can at least get 1 off of you, I'll feel slightly better, but I'm not feeling too confident. But good luck anyway. Like I said, if I can summon my synchro, I will at least be happy. I will let you know it is a synchro. It is not multiple piece golem.
Okay. All right. I'm glad to hear it's not multiple piece golem.
Yeah. Main 1. I mean, this is kind of OP, right? Like, we just go like Krebon's, like, set pass. Yeah.
It's not terrible.
I mean,
yeah.
like Krebon's is an asshole.
Sure.
So
he's exactly that. Yeah, sure. Let's normal summon Psychic Commander.
Fine.
Okay, battle phase. We'll attack into the Krebons.
Pay my 8, sure.
Okay. Main phase 2, I will set 1, I will set 2, I will set 3, I will set 4, and it's your go.
4 back row, dude. What is this? All right, main 1, activate Psi Station.
Here we go again.
Do I even want to do this? This just seems like a death sentence because of overworked being in the format. I don't even know. You know what? I said that I was going to summon my synchro, so I'm going to go for it. I will bring out Telekinetic Shocker.
And that is a very good synchro I think you're going into here. Yeah, that is A-okay.
Just show me Mind Over Matter and get it over with.
I do not have Mind Over Matter.
Oh, well, that's neat. Yeah. So this isn't out to your Thought Ruler, by the way.
It isn't out to your Thought Ruler if I don't possess Book of Eclipse.
That's true, which, you know, I'm not, that's for another day's problem. All right, we're going to attack this. Goyo's probably dying, but whatever.
Either way, I lose a bunch of life points and you get Psychic Commander.
I like those outcomes. Okay.
This outcome also includes you losing Goyo Guardian. So I'm going to take 1400.
Telepath, whatever.
And I will Telepathic Power.
Yeah, fine. Well, it's fun while it lasted. I will take your Psychic Commander, though.
Sounds great.
And you gain a bunch of life points as well.
I do.
So you actually gain 28. That card's crazy, by the way.
It's such a good card.
Like, where are all these cards in these sets, like when we're playing Sealed? It's so good. All right.
Yeah, the Psychic cards in the Duelist Genesis probably have the most synergy of any set we have seen so far.
Yeah, green sets. I'm telling you, the green sets are always the ones to look out for.
They're very good.
Good luck, or go ahead, excuse me. Goyo's outed, so you probably win, but I summoned him, so that's all that matters.
Not really sure what I do next, though. Gonna be honest with you. That kind of does it. Does that do it? Yeah, I guess it does. Let's try normal summoning Destructotron.
Sure, I'm down.
Okay, I will pay $3,000.
There go my Psi stations, and there goes Graceful Revival, sadly.
And I will go into battle, and I will attempt to clear Psychic Commander.
If only Goyo summoned in attack mode.
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be more broken
and then
than it already
ironically, this just like also clears my board because I go into the end phase and Destructotron kills itself.
I mean, that's funny.
Here
That's,
we go.
That's definitely comedy at the very least. Oystermeister.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
16.
I'll take 1,600.
Set 2 pass.
Ooh. All right. Draw for turn. That's certainly something. Yeah, I'll try for it. Let's normal summon Psychic Commander. All right. Battle phase. I will attack in with the Psychic Commander.
Anything in damage step.
I will use my Psychic Commander's effect, and I'll pay. It takes 300 to take it out. Okay. I will pay 300, not 3,000.
I will battle tuned.
Okay. That is rough for me. That is pretty rough. Yeah, there goes Psychic Commander. Okay.
So you take 17.
I will take 1,700. It's a lot of damage.
I'm sorry, you take 11. It's 28 minus 17. We did it backwards.
There we go. Wait, no, I don't. Oh, God. I'm doing it. All right, let's... It's been a long day, folks. It has been a long day. Okay. Your go.
We'll draw. Hit for 28.
I will overworked here.
Fucking hate this card. Yep. Get my token. Set 1. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Yeah, Psychic Snail.
Sure.
Battle phase, let's run over that token.
Fish depth charge.
Holy shit. I am not allowed to keep a monster right now. Damn. That's pretty sick. Your go.
Psychic Commander.
Shit. Yeah, that's fine.
We can't, unfortunately, gain the attacking directly, so I will hit for 14.
That is true. Because weirdly, Psychic Commander decreases opponent's attack.
Yes, it doesn't increase his own attack.
Increasing your attack. Okay,
Yeah.
I am going to set a monster and pass.
That does nothing. All right, I'm going to try for this.
It is a bunny.
Okay, so I don't have to pay. That's fine. So I'll take 5. You get another bunny. Second main, I'll set 1 after you get your bunny, and I'll just throw it back to you.
Okay. Set, draw for turn. That's hilarious. I will set a monster, and I will end my turn.
Okay, bunny's defense is 100. Let's try to hit this.
It is Dr. Cranium.
Gross.
And I will pay the 8 here. And I will grab Psychic Snail.
Second main, I got another set for you. Go ahead. This Psychic Commander is putting in work.
It is. Draw for turn. Okay.
I also forgot to draw off a fish depth charge.
Oh.
It's a back row.
That does make
all
a
right,
difference.
that's all that'll do.
That's
That's all that'll do.
That is potentially an issue. Let's normal summon Psychic Snail. Might as well try for it, though. I am going to attack into it.
It is Ghost Gardener.
Okay. Nothing will occur here.
No.
Pass turn.
I will draw. It's as good as it gets. There's a Psychic Snail.
That is as good as it gets. I will the selection.
Okay. Sure. Pay your 1,000.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of a problem, isn't it? Didn't think that through too much, did I?
Switch Ghost Gardener to attack.
Bizarre. Okay.
Crash into Psychic Snail.
That is A-okay. So you take 1,900 here?
Yep.
Okay.
Trigger
and then
Ghost
Psychic
Gardener.
Snail becomes 900. Okay.
Game.
Book of Eclipse.
I mean, you better have it. Sure.
Okay. Set. You do get to draw 2 cards. I
do
did
get
just
to draw
give you
2.
Pot of Greed here.
End phase, flip Psychic Commander, Psychic Snail, draw 2. Or not Psychic Snail, Dr. Cranium, wrong card. Go ahead.
All right. Draw for turn. That does something. I mean, if you have it, you have it, and I'm dead. So we might as well have some fun along the way, shall we? Let's flip summon a Mecha Bunny, and I'll target your Psychic Commander. Take your 500.
Take my 5.
Okay, we will flip summon Psychic Snail. We will normal summon Krebins. If you have the card, I lose. But if you... Oh, actually, that's fine. Yeah, let's go to battle phase. I will attack into Psychic Commander with Psychic Snail because it has to be Psychic Snail.
Sure, and then I'll telepathic power the snail.
Okay, that makes sense. So you gain 19, which is a sizable chunk. I will attack into Cranium with Mecha Bunny.
Sure, I'll pay the 8.
Okay.
Let's grab... I don't really think it matters here. Probably... What do I lose to at this rate? Mind over matter, I think, is like the only thing that saves you. I guess Eclipse does it technically. I guess I'll get grapple blocker.
Okay, and then I'll get in with Krebins.
I'll take the 12.
Main phase 2, I will set a back row and it's your go.
Main 1, if you have mind over matter, you have to tribute Krebons, so like, fine. I think that's okay. Yeah, just bring out the snail. Hit bunny.
Damage step.
Oh, tuning.
We're going to battle tune to the bunny.
Oh, okay.
And we will banish ourselves a Psychic Commander.
Okay, so it goes to 22, so I lose 3. That was a card I was not even considering. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw for turn. Yeah, okay. I will tribute Krebins for Big Piece Golem.
Okay, sure.
I'll attack with Big Piece Golem.
21.
I'll attack for game with Mecha Bunny.
How are you attacking for game? I have 18.
Battle tuned is a permanent
Oh,
buff.
yeah, it's the permanent boost. You're right.
Yeah.
I have overworked. That's fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
I forgot. I was using it as a continuous boost in
Okay.
game 2. I was like, what?
You're...
I think I put a counter on it, which is why it threw me off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Main 1. This is still kind of a problem, though.
He's a big dude.
Literally, it's in the name.
It is.
I suppose I will set, and I will set and throw it back.
Draw for turn. God, telepathic power is a very strong card.
Yep. It's not Chthonian Blast, though. It doesn't win you the game.
That's true. It doesn't. Okay, you've used one. There's a decent chance you have the second one, but I'm willing to take that chance. It's a better chance that you have something else than that you have the second one.
Ghost Gardener.
Okay. Main phase 2, I will set a monster, and I will pass.
Main 1. Set and pass.
Draw for turn. Yeah, sure. Let's normal summon Psychic Commander. Synchro Shokan.
You got
Let's
it.
go for the boy, Thought Ruler Archfiend.
There he is. At least we got both synchros in one game. That's pretty
We
lit.
got both synchros. Ironically, if this is a telepathic power that you have face down, you would have... Oh, no, you wouldn't have been able to use it, but you can out Thought Ruler if that's a telepathic power.
Yeah, I wish. This is sadly grapple blocker, and now he's back
Okay,
online.
I will get 1,200, and it is your go.
And now we lose the game. Yeah, I'm just dead. I mean, I can do the same thing as before, I guess, where I can make it so you can't attack.
True.
For all the good that's gonna do. Go. I'll pay 5.
Draw for turn. Set pass.
Okay. Slowly but surely. Main 1. Let's go for a telekinetic shocker. Pass.
Interesting.
Pay 5.
Draw for turn.
I guess I will put this guy to defense. He doesn't need to be an attack since I...
Probably a good call.
Yeah.
All right, we might as well try for this one. This is a card I'm excited to show off. Psychic Overload.
Wow, nice ultra/ulti. It's neat.
I think this one was the ulti. All right,
Nice.
we're going to put back a snail. We're going to put back a snail. And we're going to put back a Psychic Commander.
Yep.
And we all shuffle, and we all draw 2. That's a pretty good one. Let's tribute summon Big Piece Golem.
You have 2 big piece golems. Jesus.
I do indeed. Let's go to battle phase. I will swing into grapple blocker with Big Piece Golem.
Sure. So I'll pay 5 so the telekinetic shocker dies instead.
Okay. And then I will pass.
Well, if I had a second Goyo Guardian, that would be pretty nice, but I do not. Good game,
That was
sir.
it. That was a good game.
I guess I talked myself out of it because on the search for Dr. Cranium, I was thinking about getting Destructotron, but I just figured if I just summon Destructotron, it's just going to lose to Mind Over Matter or Selection anyway. Or no, I don't think you had enough life points for that. So it had to be Mind Over Matter, whatever. I didn't even think about Battle Tune. I actually completely forgot. So I could have just Destructotroned, attempt to pop your back row, and then you have to Battle Tune, and then Destructotron kills whatever you don't pump because you only had 200 life points.
That's true.
And so you couldn't pay for Krebons. So I think I got tunneled on the fact thinking you still could pay when you weren't able to. So I think I could have won with that one, but I was a little bit hasty in my decision making there. But in any case, that was all you, buddy. Sick game from you. Congrats. I also pulled Mind Master. I opted not to play it. I didn't think it really offered a lot, but maybe I'm crazy thinking that.
So for me, I was just like, if I summon Thought Ruler and it doesn't get hit with a counter trap, I win the game.
Yep.
And Psychic Commander plus either a 5 and another Psychic or 2 other Psychics gets you to Thought Ruler. That was the entire logic. I only ran 1 because I figured I could search it off of Cranium.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. That makes sense. For me, I had Goyo Guardian, which was cool, but that's it. And the rest of my deck was just as generic as it gets. Interesting that you weren't. Oh, you were on the size station. You just didn't draw it ever.
Yeah, I was on 2 size station. I figured it was I never wanted to draw more than 1 of it, and it wasn't crucial for me to get it. And so I did only run 2, and I ran a 3rd in the side deck in case the real grind game went into effect.
Sure. I thought it's just important just to get your psychic guys as swole as possible, just so they're able to withstand because I figured it's going to be a mirror match, right? Didn't pull a single Mind Protector, funny enough.
Oh, that's hilarious. Wow. It's hilarious.
Didn't pull a single one. Yep. And I think only I only pulled 2 Psychic Commander. I only pulled 1 Book of Eclipse. I had some weird ratios this time.
Those are weird ratios.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, our decks are pretty similar. Just different synchro and a few cards here and there that are different as well, just to fill in some of the holes. But what a electrifying way to start off the 5Ds era, right? It's only going to go up from here. This is going to be a good time.
There were synchro monsters summoned in every game but 1. We summoned 3 total synchro monsters, so that's what we want out of this era.
So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for another episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So big shout to Shout1317, Moto, Cameron Smith, Tim00x3, Chaotic Meatball, MBT Play Medolce, Eka Ironfang, Part 2, Pony Stark, Dan the Man Hoban, Synchro Guy, Ole, I Ship MBT and Cimo, Draconic Rockslide, Jordan Coons, Iron Blades, Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, David Lou, Skyrose, Dylan Hunter, Phoenix the Immortal, Cody Bretch, John 2 Base, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT Flannel Daddy, Hornet, Give Me Speedroid or Give Me Death, TC Gaming, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Matthew Brady, Max, MBT's Gamer Word Pass, Tom Russell, Twinkle Muncher, Why Read Cards When You Can Just Click Buttons, Valen Jackson, Aren't You Glad I Didn't Say Alpha Tribute Ben 10, Helios 515, thank you Cimo, MBT Gage, TheRJB0 and Ruxin34, MBT fans scare me more than COVID, Simping for Cimo, Stolfin Amethyst, Tyler H, Nicholas Carpenter, Cimo's Harem of Sexy Yugi Tubers, Mike Ty, Rev Skinner, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnels, Stella and Zoe Vermilion, Wonder Waffle, Skull Servant, and the Wandering Doomed are boyfriends. MBT canceled by all communities soon, canceled by all committees soon, canceled by all players soon. Not reading cards makes the game interesting, and you know it. The Undertaker versus Cimo and MBT, Hunter Reed, and Shrugs. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.